Yo, what's up, guys? Just want to make this video for you, and I want to talk about the importance of getting wisdom. Now, you want to have wisdom because you do not want to be simple-minded. Now, if you look at the world is really packed with people who are simpletons. Basically, average people who don't really question anything in life. They sort of believe all the lies that they were fed by the media, fed by the news, fed by the school system, and they don't really think deep about anything. So the things that they are preoccupied with are, probably getting drunk, getting high, watching a sports game or playing video games, and they don't really think for themselves. They've been programmed to be reliant on the media, and you do not want to be that person. You don't want to be simple-minded. These people just really live average lives. They're really broke and they're really miserable, and you don't want to fall into that snare. And in order to avoid falling into that snare, you have to have some type of wisdom. Now, how do you get wisdom? The first place you want to start is by reading the Bible. You want to have an understanding of humanity, how it was created, how it fell. Read the book of Genesis, read the Gospels, and read the book of Proverbs, because you want to get wisdom on life. You'll really learn a lot of valuable life lessons in that book. Now, you don't want to just stop at the Bible. You want to read other books as well. Like, once you have an understanding of scripture, you want to learn things about human nature, such as human behavior, different types of people, psychology and things like that, such as empaths, psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, because you want to have an understanding of how these people work so you can really navigate this world, because this worldly construct that we live in is pretty much ruled by people that fit into those categories. And if you don't have wisdom, you're going to fall into the snare. You're not going to be able to foresee the negative situations that might create hell in your life. So you want to have that basic wisdom. Now, once you have that basic wisdom, you want to also be intelligent. You also want to know things such as world history, such as the Roman Empire, how America was founded. You want to understand, different wars, like World War II, and specific dates and things of that nature. You want to have a basic understanding of these things, and you want to look at them through a spiritual lens, because if you don't really have an understanding of scripture, you're not really going to understand the deeper root of why these things occurred. And once you understand a little bit of world history, read some literature as well. Read books such as Dracula, The Picture of Dorian Gray, Alice in Wonderland, and really look at him from a spiritual perspective. Ask God for wisdom, and you can really understand why those sort of books are popular the way that they are. It really delves into the dark side of human nature, and you really want to understand the dark side of human nature so you can navigate this world and you can be prepared. You don't want to be a simpleton. You don't want to be simple-minded. You don't want to just be somebody lost in the matrix, hooked up to a video game screen. There's nothing wrong with playing video games, but if it's your life and you're not really taking the time to learn, it can be a real detriment to you. So don't be a simpleton. Don't just believe everything you see on the news. Take the time to question things and really just do that research. Don't be a simpleton, get wisdom. Hope you guys like this video. I'm out.